But of course, Raisha, we've been covering this. It's not just Senegal. We've also covered what's happening in Niger. Niger remains on the edge days after a military coup shook the African nation. The ousted President Bazoum met with Chad President as well. This, while many international blocs are angered by the former French colony.
Absolutely, Haim. Now, this was also the first public appearance by the president since being driven out of the office. The ousted leader could be seen smiling in the photos posted on Twitter. Now, the Chad president is in Niger to mediate between the coup leaders and the government as of now. The coup leaders have also managed to gather support from Burkina Faso and Mali. The two nations, also under military leadership, have issued a warning stating that any international military intervention in Niger will be seen and reacted to as a declaration of war. Meanwhile, France has denied all accusations of any intentions of military intervention in the former colony. The concern of the intervention was raised by the military leaders of the coup. The French Foreign Ministry also dismissed accusations of its security forces using lethal means to respond to the military junta attack on the French embassy. Meanwhile, France's Foreign Ministry said that the embassy was violently attacked by prepared groups, which Niger's security forces did not fully bring under control. It said that contrary to what certain military officials say, no lethal means were used by the French security forces. Now, Niger's new junta has accused France of seeking a military intervention to reinstate deposed President Bazoum. Bazoum, a Western ally whose election just over 2 years ago was a watershed in Niger's history, was toppled on July 26th by the elite presidential guard. The Guard's Chief General Abdurrahman Shani declared himself as the leader, but his claim has been shunned internationally and also by the West African regional bloc ECOWAS.
Dans sa ligne de conduite allant dans le sens de la recherche des voies et moyens pour intervenir militairement au Niger, la France, avec la complicité de certains Nigériens, a tenu une réunion à l'état-major de la garde nationale du Niger pour obtenir des autorisations politiques et militaires nécessaires.
Niger's military junta forces arrested the ousted government's minister, the head of the ruling party, and oil minister as well. It has detained the interior minister, transport minister, and a deputy as well. And for more on what is happening in Niger and Senegal, we have with us Haim, who will give us a rundown on the on-ground situation in both the countries.
Thank you so much, Raisha. Of course, as I mentioned earlier as well, Senegal and Niger are not the only African nations which are witnessing political instability. Recently, other African nations have been making headlines for coup and ethnic violence-related developments as well. While Senegal has been relatively stable over the years, Niger continues to be among vulnerable nations in Africa's Sahel region. It has seen its 8th attempted coup since its decolonization in the 1960s. The latest marks the 5th successful coup in the West African nation. Talking about other nations in the region here, since 1950, Sudan has had the most coups and attempted takeovers. That amounts to 16. 6 of them successful. Burkina Faso in West Africa has had the most successful coups with 9 takeovers and 1 failed coup. Mali has seen a total of 8 coup attempts with 5 that have been successful. Chad has seen 7 total coup attempts, out of which 2 have been successful. Guinea-Bissau, which has seen 8 coup attempts with 4 successful ones, and Guinea has seen 6 attempted coups with 3 of them successful military takeovers as well. The high number of coups in the area, it's often linked to the presence of extremist militant groups. Analysts are of the view that corruption and poverty left after Africa's exit have further deteriorated the state of affairs. Additionally, the belt also has a vast abundance of resources, including oil and mineral deposits. Foreign influence and strategic competition, that's what makes coups more likely to occur in the region. Over to you now, Raisha.
Right. Thanks.